Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am going to do a flip through of my finished nature journal. That was the intention when I started, that it was only going to be nature themes and pictures and collages and whatever, and other things snuck their way in, which is fine. And I do have scripture in here, but that was a part of the nature journal. I like this paper that I used on the cover, so I'm not even going to put anything on the front. And I'm just going to dive right in and show you what I've done. Now, this is just a simple book that is pamphlet. It's got a pamphlet, 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So, and I put the paper on the front, and then I put this other paper on the inside to make it nice and rigid. So I'm just going to real quickly show you what I've done here. Just some magazine pictures and images, stickers, a lively romp through journals. I thought that was appropriate to put the front of this. These are the words by Casting Crowns. I don't want to leave a legacy. I don't care if they remember me, only Jesus. And I've got only one life to live. I'll let every second point to him, only Jesus. I love that song. But just here's some birds. I think these might be osprey. No, they're not osprey. I don't know what they were, but they were from magazines, and I thought that they were really cute. There's no rhyme or reason really to this book. And sometimes I just made simple compositions with no words or anything, but just that I thought, were okay. This one I really love. This one that says life, and then it's got this flower, and it's got these books, these old stacks of books. I'm not sure if they're like old ledgers because they've got numbers and stuff on them. They might be like old ledgers. And then I found this image from another magazine of books, so I just put it down at the bottom. And then here's just a scripture here. No, it's not a scripture. It says, the world doesn't need more thick-skinned people. It needs people who are sensitive and tender. And that was Ray Noland from The Heart of an Artist. Excuse me. Which is a book about art and ministry. So this is just a piece of sheet music with a cutout on it. And I think this cutout here I cut from a greeting card, from the front of a greeting card, this flower here. And then we just have saying, now a lot of these I just put some kind of nature thing in the background. This is just some scene with the sky, it's not even horizontal, it's vertical. Then I've got this little piece of wrapping paper here. It says Sweet Pea, and then this cat sitting on top for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Just things that I really like. This page, I'm not I don't really like the layout of it, but, I'm not changing it. I kind of wanted to be done with this journal because I've been working on it for quite a while. So I'm just going to go through if there's anything. These right here are pictures on a wall from a decorating magazine. I use those. This says art, do it. Sometimes it is the quiet observer who sees the most. And then there's this page here. This image here came from a Stampington magazine. This one I didn't do anything to except put this quote here. This came from a magazine, and it's just a cowboy boot on a box with an old thermos right here, and I just love that picture. And it says, there's a lot of optimism in changing scenery and seeing what's down the road. Connor Oberst. And there's this page here. I put this funky little birdhouse thing here. Just on a doily, a textured doily with some wrapping paper underneath, and then this little stamped owl and the word Stitch. This says vintage, and it's got this old vintage sewing machine. I mean, it's got flowers in this background, nature background here. So there's something naturey, I think, about most of the pages in here. Here's some scripture. And a blue bird here. This one just says pure joy, and it's just all different kinds of flowers. There is some nature stuff back here, some scenery that got covered up, but this is like the ground or something right here. And then just all pieces of various floral fabrics. And then this piece right here came from a Victorian style calendar. And then this, it just says spirit. This is the nature part right here. And then I put more flowers here. It says we are spiritual beings, and thus we can't exist on material goods alone. True satisfaction is found in God and his riches. And that's from Our Daily Bread. This just says nature lovers. And then there's this, I guess that's a cavern or something in the background from a magazine. And then I put this piece of paper with these 4 butterflies. This one, again, I didn't do anything. I just love this image of this old broom with these buckets here. And I just put this butterfly on the broom. And this just says perfection. This is just this bird. And here's some nature scenery. It looks like some mountains back here. And then this one right here is, this background here is from one of those how you learn how to paint books, those really big old vintage, well, they're thin, but they're in paperback, but they were teaching how to watercolor. So that's a page from that. And then there's this cat cut out right here. And then this bottom piece, you see how it's not flat like this? This came from out of a Somerset Studio magazine. Go big or go home. There's this cute owl right here. Then there's this one, Embrace Simplicity. It's like a door on a rocky, like a door on some kind of rock sill or something. And I just made this simple collage on it. This piece here, I put the flowers on top of it, but this piece here and this, I think they were advertisements from Birds in Bloom's ad. And this collage just has some nature stuff in the back, and I just added some flowers and this little faux stamp and this silhouette. And here's a picture of the woods, like some woods here, and I just put this little stamp pumpkin here, and this little piece of washi tape with the sunflowers was from Rhonda Coleman, from a Happy Mail she sent me. So some birds. This is just some weird texture. I don't know what that was, but that came out of a magazine. So I just put these birds on here. I think these right here are Tim Holtz ephemera. And here's some kind of stone background here. And then I put flowers and this little stamped squirrel. And I put Go Nuts. Ask, Seek, Knock, and then here's this nature picture here of I think it's the ocean with some rocks sticking out of it. And here's some kind of rocky thing behind her. I just stamped her and it says complete, and I put the flower there to match the flowers here. And then this piece here is just a little piece of vellum, and I just put these, again, these 3 I think are pictures that came off of a wall or a calendar or something, I'm not sure. And then I have three little things behind them, and they have feathers on, leaves on them, leaves. And it says terrestrial of the land or earth. Quaint little cabin. There's some wood and some nature scenery behind there, and there's a little cabin. And here's some more woods here. I just put some more of these flowers. And then these guys, they made it on twice, are whippoorwills right here. I love the whippoorwills up in my cabin. This just says delights, and it's just a very simple composition. And this one, it has something naturey here, but then I put these trophy cups in front of it, and then some more of these flowers. This is where I kind of go astray with this pink fold out here. I did this because I didn't want to cut this little kitten off, so I had to do a fold over there. But anyway, this one, it just says collected, and it's a whole bunch of pictures of vintage buttons. And it was from a magazine talking about collecting vintage buttons, and I don't know why. And then I put this postal thing here. I've got some tissue paper underneath. So this is like not a nature-themed one at all. And then this says creature comfort, and this one was about collecting pot holders, vintage pot holders. But then I put this cute little lamb down here. He's one of those, I think he might be a chocolate mold. God is the artist shining his light in and through our brokenness for all to see. Again, very simple. This is just a collage of different kinds of papers here. And then I have this vintage goat down here. And then this just says character building. And then this is also a picture from a magazine. This was a framed picture in the magazine on the wall, and I just cut it off, but I thought those sheep were really cute. And then this one here, actually, it does have, it was on a piece of coloring book. And then I put the American flag back there, and this is tissue paper. This is one of my favorite tissue papers here. That's from the Dollar Tree. But this tag here I made for a collaboration. And see this guy, his wings are propped up here, so he can have them open. And then again, this is vellum and just a little collage on the vellum, and on the back, see, there's the whippoorwills again. I had two of the same book. I didn't realize it, and I got the same picture of the same two whippoorwills, so I must really love that. And then this, I know this came from some kind of calendar here. It says, to wait for the Lord entails confident expectation and active hope, never passive resignation. And that's my study Bible note on Isaiah 40:31. And then this one is just, there's a piece of, I don't know, rocks or cavern or something back here. And then I put this beautiful picture here with the flowers. Well, this paper with the flowers. And then this picture here with the, I guess they're ballerinas right here. And then this one here, this was also a tag for a collaboration. This one right here with the owl. Playing it cool. Here's just a bird, and this text, this piece back here, this cool paper back here, that came from a magazine. That's a rug, an area rug that I cut out. And then this one, you see, it is a scene of mountains going this way, but I put it horizontally, no, vertically instead of horizontally. And I drink this red clover tea all the time. If you have any issues and you're beyond 50, you might want to look into red clover. And this says, talking to plants is one way of talking directly to spirit. There's a whole bunch of different tea sayings from the tags on the tea bags that I put in this little envelope. This just says journey. Again, that is from a calendar. I know that this is from the same calendar, and just some fall-y looking things. Sorry about the glare there. And then this one here, here's some nature picture back here, and then I just put this bird like going through this frame here. And I think he came off of a greeting card. Then there's this picture here of this shepherd. He's got a sheep over, or a lamb over his shoulder. And then here's this picture of the mountains with a, oh no, can you see the rainbow right here? It's got a beautiful rainbow. Here's another owl right here. I put him on again. This is a piece of paper from that how to watercolor thing. And then I cut this owl off and put him on there. And then this is the other side. I put this little bike with flowers. And then this one here has all this rock stuff in the background. And then I put these books here. And then this piece right here came from a book on, what are they called? Samplers, you know, embroidered samplers. And it just says read because of the books. And then there's this one. This is some kind of painting on a rock or something. And then I put these two cactus here. It says grow with the flow. This one just says breathe, and it's some kind of masonry and a window. And then it's got this stamp with these cat tails with little kittens on them. I love that stamp. Inspiring ideas, just a sleeping cat with some flowers. And then this one here is some more pictures of wood that's been cut. And then this here is a piece of metal ironwork that I cut from a table in another magazine and just stuck it there. And then I saw this, it says get happy quick. This one says happy day, and it's just more wood with a forest in the background. And then there's, I don't know if you can see this stamp here of this owl, and I put this little flower on his head like a hat. And the flower has no weekday self, dressed as it is, always is in its Sunday clothes. And then this says safe haven, and it's a picture of hands with a Bible. This one take me to the river, even though we don't see whales in the river. It's water. It's a water color of some kind of the ocean or something behind there. And then this one just has some pictures I got out of a magazine for a wedding. These are just little pictures of herbs. And then look at this little guy here with his wreath around his neck. This little thing here just is a spice box with flowers in front of a picture, a painted picture of a watercolor of flowers. And then I put this butterfly on here. This says heaven, home, and it's got a picture of an embroidered house on it. And then this picture I thought was really cool too. I love this. I'm not sure which magazine that came out of, but it's just a really old vintage picture. All I did was cut this out and put it here, and this is from a greeting card. So a lot of these pages have like really rough things, but then they have flowers on them or something more girly. And this just says notes. It's just all kinds of flower papers and stuff. This little envelope right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. This is just all punched out of December dailies or magazine or journals that I made. That's just the hole punching things. And I filled that magazine with that. It's kind of a nod to recycling, actually. And this says doing what I love. And can you see what that picture is? It's a picture of like a wood caddy with like art supplies in it. And then this is just a piece of music paper. Again, I just love this little bouquet with the flowers and put some little washi tape on it. And then this is the other side, or another piece of that page that had the boot, the cowboy boot on it. And it says Bumba Smile too. That came from a child's book, but look at this thing. I don't know what this thing is. I got it out of a National Geographic, but it looks like he's kind of smiling, so I put Bumba Smile too. And then this little decoration here. Sorry about the glare, guys. This little decoration right here, I just stuck on too. So that's just kind of a composition page here. And this just says birds, and obviously it's got a big bird and some collage. And there's always take a spare pair, which is such an odd thing, but here's a pair, and it says always take a spare pair. And this is just again, just a collage compilation. And this one just says a wish comes true, and I like that little picture of that dog. He's on top of a picture of some kind of, I don't know what it is, an artifact or something. And then I put the butterfly on his head. It's a sticker. And this is the back page. Do you obsess over the little things? And this picture here, I believe, came from a Somerset Studio magazine here. And that's it. So that's it. That is done and done. I'm not doing any more to this one, so I'm going to have to start another one. But I do still have my junk journal. I've got my prayer journal. I've started my December daily, started setting that up. Hopefully I'll get a video of that soon. So I don't have a shortage of journals. Oh, and my art journal. I don't have a shortage of journals to work in. I may not start another one of these right away, but this one's kind of fun. And then, you know, I have countless glue books too. This is just, I don't know. I just really, really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this particular journal, the way I made it and the way it feels. I'm going to be making more of these to put in my Etsy shop. I had some in and they've all sold. So I will be making some more of these. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you get some kind of book. Like I always say, even if it's a composition book or any kind of notebook, just glue some things in that make you happy. You know, just gluing paper to paper is so satisfying. So I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my video or my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.